2022, the third annual. Who knew 3 years ago that we'd be here again? But I'm really excited that we are, and I'm so excited for this great group of people who are enrolled in the conference and are our amazing presenters. So actually, I put on the agenda, the first thing is we're just going to breathe for a second, because I haven't been breathing enough this morning. Okay, so everyone, we're going to do the flower. Do you know this one where we're going to inhale, open the flower, exhale, close the flower. We'll do it a couple times. So inhale. Okay, thank you, everyone. I needed that moment. Feel free to write in the chat where you're from or where you're joining us from. And if you want to add, if you've been to the conference before, or if it's your first time, or feel free to say what you teach, anything you want to share. It's kind of, we can do a little mini intro through the chat. And I want to just do a couple of introductions, talk about some new things about the conference this year and some recommendations, and thank people, and then we'll let you go on your merry way. So first thing, I would like to introduce anyone who's teaching a language class this week. So either to other teachers or to kids. If you guys, if you are not one of those people, if you could turn off your camera for a minute so that we can just see those language teachers, and you can see who all these people are, who are your amazing teachers this time. Great. Yay. So, hey, everyone, give a huge applause. These are the amazing people who are showing up and having unknown students join their class and teaching. And we're just so excited, and not everyone can make it today, but there'll be more. So thank you all. Annabelle, actually, while they're here, do you want to jump in and say something?
Sure, I'll say something right now. On that note of these wonderful people that you see on your screen, these are the people that are teaching language classes. So we have two very strong recommendations. The number one recommendation that we have for you this week while you are here learning at Conference in the Cloud is that you don't only learn, but you spend time acquiring. So we have three very incredible classes that you can do this with, where you can experience being the student. And it's the most important thing that you can do, whether you are brand new to acquisition-driven instruction or whether you are very experienced. It's my number one favorite thing to do. And there's nothing quite like it when you can actually be the student. I'm talking about not just observing a teacher teaching students. I'm saying that you are the student. And those classes are in the morning. We have Michelle Whaley teaching Russian. Say hi, Michelle. And let me tell you, this lady is getting up at something like 4 in the morning so she can be ready to teach these classes at 5 in the morning her time. Like, y'all. So Russian with Michelle, which, by the way, she was the first person with a shout out in the Padlet. There's already somebody shouting out Michelle in that amazing class. Also Elisa Yel, who is so dreamy. I just wish I could listen to her talk to me all day. I love when she speaks French. It's just magic. She's teaching at the exact same time as Michelle. And both of those classes would be wave so they know who you, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but you should still wave Elise. So Elise is teaching at the same time in the morning, and both would be wonderful opportunities to actually be an adult student in a language class and actually experience language acquisition with these two master teachers who are really, really remarkable at what they do. And then in the evening, there's another opportunity, because some of you don't want to get up at 4 in the morning like Michelle, with Diane Neubauer, the one and only. Oh my gosh, another person I just so admire and look up to acquire Chinese and actually be in her classroom, and you'll be reading Chinese by the end of the week. She's just like nodding, matter of fact. Yep, you'll be reading Chinese. So cool. So that's the first thing, and then the second thing
yes. Yannick also.
Oh yes, Dutch, right?
Yeah.
And when is she teaching that? You'll have to remind me.
when it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. And
Right.
what a unique opportunity. And Yannick teaches students who don't have a common language. So she's really, I learned that from Allison just the other day. Like, I had no idea how incredible and challenging her job is. So that's amazing. So definitely be a student. And then the second piece I want to talk about is just something that for me, I've done these language labs before, and my biggest pet peeve is just etiquette when you're observing a language lab with a teacher who's teaching children. So all these other people, everybody else wave, Darcy, Valentina, John, Al, yay, Amy, Amy's driving. Don't wave and drive. Oh my God. And now your hands are up. Oh my God. So when you're observing in a language lab, we want you there. We want you there as a teacher to like observe these master teachers, again, the strategies they're using, what they're doing to create an inclusive environment, how they're making kids feel included, but also keeping it comprehensible, all those things. But two things that are absolutely mandatory: camera off. You should be observing with your camera off, which I think the settings are automatically set to do that. So don't turn your camera on. Camera off. Keep yourself muted the entire time. Also, and they will tell you in their individual sessions if they disagree with this or they want it differently. Don't use the chat, because the teachers themselves need to be able to use that for students only. A final tip that's really helpful, since we're virtual, is to add ZZ to the front of your name. The reason for this, when you go to rename yourself, if you click on find your picture, click on the three dots, you can rename yourself with the ZZ in the front of your name. Valentina is turning herself into like a blue goddess. It's kind of amazing, very distracting. I'm kind of obsessed. Sorry. But when you do that, it makes your names move to the bottom of the list so that the teachers can just see their students, and it makes interaction with them even easier. All of this will honestly make the experience better for you, because it creates, as much as possible, it mimics that regular classroom environment that we so desperately need when we're like teaching in front of you and already like juggling 900 things. But shout out to all these amazing people. It's really hard work teaching a language lab, but it is so fun and so rewarding.
Can I pop in real quick?
Yes.
And so I'm gonna just point out Amy as well, because Amy Marshall and I are teaching our students live and in person and face to face. So there's another interesting aspect to some of this. And I was just going to say, if you're observing my class and you want to use the chat, since I'm not going to be looking at it, you can. I don't know, Amy, if you're feeling the same way, but so if you're watching a live face-to-face in-person class and you're observing, you can use the chat for that, because I don't even know what it's saying. I'm not paying attention to it. I'm looking at the kids who are sitting in front of me, talking about whether or not they need more grapes to eat, because that was the topic of our conversation today.
You know, that's one of the things I'm most excited about the conference this year, is those live streaming. That's so exciting. And we'll talk about other new features soon. But first, I want to get all of the people who, you stay on here if you're also teaching a workshop in the conference, but if you are teaching a workshop, not a language class, please join this group so we can see all of our workshop presenters together, including Zumba and yoga, if Claudia and Betty are here too. Yay, here comes some more faces. We're just so lucky to have such an amazing crew, so many great workshops offered. I can't wait. I'm so glad it's all recorded, so I can just watch them all later in the year. Can everyone just give a huge applausos, applausos? There's a lot more. There's like 30 workshop presenters, or 32 overall total. So you can't see them all right now, but you will see them throughout the week, and we're so lucky. Okay, so everyone can turn it back on their cameras if they want, so we can all see each other. That would be awesome. I also need to just say, I meant to say it at first, but thanks everyone so much for your patience this morning. I know room 3 and room 6 had some things going on, but I think we've figured it out. So we'll keep the help desk open the rest of the day, and we'll add new times for the rest of the week too. But we really appreciate that everyone's so friendly and patient with this. And the recordings will be up tonight or today. So if you missed something today, don't worry, you can catch up with that tonight if you want. Okay. Along the gratitude lines too, I need to just say we all need to do a process for our Zoom hosts. We have amazing group. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. And here are the other new features. Okay, so we got the live stream classes. Oh, Donna, do you want to just introduce what you're doing? It's a little different this year. We're really excited.
It is a little different this year. So what I'm doing Wednesday through Saturday morning at 9 a.m. is I am going to start off the first two session and a half-ish, depending upon how it goes and how question and answer goes. But I'm going to introduce a unit that I crafted. So it's a unit by design. So I've been working on a unit the last 3 or 4 years that's been growing for my French 3 class. And I'm going to show French teachers exactly how I craft the unit, all of the elements. It's basically a unit on courage. And it has evolved because it started off as a unit on racism. And I'm going to explain all that. And then we are actually going to spend time together crafting a unit by design. We're going to start backwards and we're going to work our way forward. And so hopefully we'll have a unit that everybody that attends the session will be able to take back to their classroom and use, even if in my mind, it's going to be applicable for teachers in French 1, French 2, French 3, French 4. I'm a high school teacher. So I am a French teacher. This is pretty much geared towards my other French friends out there, my other French teachers. Okay, does that help?
Yeah, it's so exciting. Really excited about that option.
I'm excited about it. I've done a shorter presentation about this before, but never been able to work with a group to craft a unit together. And I think that that's going to be really rewarding for us to jump in and collaborate together and come up with some different resources. So I'm excited. So I hope some people will join me.
Yay, thanks, Donna. We wanted to start that the second day of the conference, just so we had a chance to announce it and let people know what that option is. If that's something that you really want to do, but you also really want to do, it's at the same time as Russian and French, so it would be a great option to do the Mandarin class in the afternoon as your language experience. Annabelle, you're doing something new this year. Do you want to say?
Yeah, it was awesome this morning. It was everything I wanted it to be. It's so funny because I'm like, the number one thing we recommend is to go to a language class, but also what I'm doing is awesome at the exact same time. So, the first thing I started with I'm really big now. The first thing I started with this morning was encouraging anybody who is even semi-new to using acquisition-driven instruction to stop right now. I love you, but you can watch the recording of this, go to a language class with Alice or Michelle, or you have to go to Diane's. My group coaching and Q&A session is for people who have been using acquisition-driven instruction for at least 2, maybe 3 years or more, who know of a strategy or have tried a strategy and it feels clunky or it feels hard and you just want to workshop it. This morning, we talked a lot about clip chat. I ended up modeling it and modeling different ways that we had people of different ability levels with clip chat. And so I gave each level like a push on how they can improve. And then we did some group coaching around that. And then finally, we had Rosa volunteer to actually model it. And they were incredible. And it was very exciting just to be part of and to see the risk taking and then to also support each other. So group coaching and Q&A also happens in the morning at the same time as Michelle, Donna, and Alice. Yeah.
Thank you. So exciting. So great.
Alyssa, could I say something else, please? I'm sorry.
Please.
My session 2, if you are brand new and just dipping your toe in, like Annabelle said, I would encourage you to go do Russian instead of coming to my session. I think that this unit by design is for someone who's a little bit more experienced. maybe not year 3 or 4 of using acquisition, but a little bit more experience, feeling comfortable with the skills, because we're not going to be focusing on that. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much for specifying. Allison, do you want to talk about the Cloud Cafe?
Yes, please. So one of my favorite things about conferences is sorry, I think I have salad dressing with this, is the social aspect. I love spending time with people. I love people. I love interacting. I love engaging. And we have a new opportunity for that this year with our Cloud Cafe. Depending on the day, it's slightly different times. We love our evening events. We love our happy hour, but those are great. But we don't, since this is a virtual conference, we don't have the same opportunity to sort of have that after the workshop, walking down the hall to your next session, chit chat, casual catch up times, because we're all in 800,000 different places. So we have the Cloud Cafe. So I believe it's tomorrow and Friday, 8:30 to 10:30 Eastern-ish. And then the other days it's 10:30 to 12, I think, somewhere around there. Anyway, it's just a chance to come grab a cup of coffee, or if you're in another part of the world, grab something to just sip while you catch up with people. And you can say, hey, like Diane, I would love to talk to you. Want to meet with me at the Cloud Cafe tomorrow at, whatever time. So if you know that there's someone you want to meet up with, this is going to be a room for you to do that. You can drop in casually. You can set a special rendezvous with a special someone. And so, yeah, we're excited about that. So just another opportunity for us to connect on a little bit more of a casual way. So I'm excited for those.
Yay, thank you. We also have some really fun evening activities planned. The things in the evening are just meant to be like fun and games, and they literally are games. Except for tonight is the happy hour mixer. So it's at 7:30 Eastern. We would love to have anyone come to that. Lots of presenters should be there as well. And we'll mix people up into breakout rooms, and just a chance to talk and connect with other teachers.
I've got some fun little questions as icebreaker questions to launch us into some fun little breakout room chats. So I'm super excited about that.
Great. The other thing is, feel free to stop by the help desk if, not just if you're having like technology problem, but if you need advice, like I'm new to CI, what do you recommend? I mean, that's one place to go is on the schedule. It's in bright pink. Those are what we're recommending if you're new to acquisition-driven instruction, comprehensible input. But you might have other questions about workshops, and so feel free to come into those help desk times and we can help guide you. Remember, I can't emphasize enough, like the schedule is insane. Like there are things going from 8 a.m. yoga to 7:30 activity. It shouldn't feel insane to any of you. It might feel insane to me, like being on the help desk all day or whatever, but you shouldn't be on Zoom all day. We mix it, like take what you want. I would kind of recommend like doing a language class, and then the social parts. If you don't want to be on Zoom a lot, you can always watch the workshops later. But the interactive things are the things that you can't really do at a later date. So it's up to you, but we really aren't expecting that you're sitting at Zoom the whole time. We're just working with people in Alaska and Europe. And I think someone in the conference is coming from China, I think. I don't know if they're in this meeting right now. Anyway, so from near and far, we have things planned at hopefully times you can join us. The recordings should be posted every night. That's our goal. So if you missed something that day, you should be able to watch it that night if you want. Social media, feel free to post and tag, #conference in the cloud. It'd be great. Just the more we help spread the word and get this out to more teachers, the better. I also just need to say a huge gratitude. Can we spotlight multiple people in here? Maybe Annabelle or Allison. So Allison and Annabelle and Viviana I don't know if Vivi's here. She had to take her daughter somewhere. But these are the Cloudettes. I just want everyone to see this little quartet of Claudette, and maybe Vivi's not here, but she's amazing. These people, we're all full-time language teachers, and this is just passion that we do on top of that. And we are so grateful that everyone's here, and this is amazing group. And I just can't thank Allison and Annabelle and Vivi enough for all of their support and all of the work that they help us. So gracias. Yay. ¿Qué más? What am I forgetting, Claudette?
Just enjoy yourself. I was going to add, like, on top of the thing that everything is recorded, we're also still on summer break. So if you just want to just not and go take a nap, go and take a nap, because we need a break more than ever this year. So that's the beauty of this conference being recorded, is there is no rush to try and see everything and be on Zoom all day. I, confession, have 2 kids at home with me with COVID, and I'm doing all the things with them at home with me. So that's fun. So you'll probably see them in some of my sessions with me. It's going to be grand. So, like, whatever you need to do, if you need to go and be a parent, if you need to go and take a nap, if you don't forget to eat, please, or pee, like normal things. Like, the recordings are there for a reason. Enjoy your summer too.
Yeah,
This is your conference. Make it yours.
so true. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, that's a great resource to do that. And the Padlet, we're just trying to put multiple ways for people to connect, get information, ask questions. So take advantage of all of those things. And feel free, if you all probably have my email by now, because I've been emailing you. If you haven't gotten an email from me, then you probably wouldn't. You probably have. I knew. Text me if you haven't on the chat. But anyway, you should have my email. Feel free to email me and ask me questions too. So thank you, everyone.
I do have something. I have something I forgot, and I forgot every day. And this is what I do because I'm fried. Y'all, I have something to give you in case you want it, and you don't have to have it, but if you want it, I'm going to drop it in the chat. I shared it in a blog this morning. It's a free resource for how to be intentional in your conferencing, like 2 notes pages, one for watching workshops and one for watching language labs. And I have guiding questions to help you, like, be intentional about how you're observing those. And also read what Morgan, Profe Bennett, just said in the chat. I highly recommend making sure that you save all your materials and notes in one location during this conference. I still reference notes from 2 years ago. So, like, creating a place in your Google Drive where, like, I already have a Google Doc going. I've attended 1 session so far for 10 minutes, and I already have a Google Doc going with stuff. So that's a great recommendation. And there's the blog in the chat in case you want to grab that free resource for being more intentional around your note-taking and your takeaways. Because one of the things that we know about conferencing is we can go to 1 session and walk away with 900 ideas that we want to try. And then the problem is there's 19 sessions we go to, and then there's 2 billion ideas. And then we go in the fall and we don't implement anything. And that's unfortunate. So let's be really intentional about the way we conference. If we're going to spend this time PDing, let's be really intentional about it.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. I'm really excited to be part of workshops and classes and meet people at the Cloud Cafe and the happy hour. And just, it's going to be a really great week. So, merci, gracias, Shishe, gracias.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Stop the recording.
Recording stopped.
Well, thank you, Amina.
Bye, everyone. Have fun.
Great afternoon. See you tonight, if not beforehand.
Boop, boop.
Have a good one, everybody. Thanks.
Fun.